Hello lovelies, and welcome to today's video. My name's Alya and I'm so glad you stopped by. Today's video is all about patterns and layers. So we're going to do 3 different combinations today of pattern scarves and show you how to layer them and make them work without being too clashy or making a terribly loud statement. I'm not necessarily matching this particular dress that I'm wearing, but just in general to show you 3 different styles and at least my take on why it is that they work. Hope you enjoyed this very fun wrapping video, and let's just get straight into it. So for the first combination for today's video, I'm going to show you this really beautiful shawl. It's a really large cotton scarf with beautiful loud patterns already on it, but in fairly muted and neutral colors, which is lovely. I've got a bit of pink and navy all through it and little blotches of grey, black, and even a little bit of cream throughout if you look really close. So in of itself, this is a scarf that doesn't need layering. It's quite abundant, it's very patterned, it's got its own statement, all the things, and it's, you know, there's a lot of it. The other thing I've just mentioned is I've got a lot going on underneath the tichel today, which is very unusual for me, but I do have a bun that is created by pleating a scarf through my own hair, so that's got its own bulk to it, and then also my favorite little volumizing scrunchie, which you can check out in numerous previous videos. I might link one just for an example. I love it, I use it a lot, it's so comfortable to wear, and I don't mind the volume. So the reason I've done both those things is because I need my examples to work out and not slip, but I have worn these similar things to what I'm creating today without any volume, just my pretty long hair underneath. So just a little bit of heads up that, you know, with a bit of volume, this can be a little bit easier to achieve, but you don't have to have it. So this is pretty unevenly laid down, and I've already crisscrossed it at the back. There are no knots currently. And what I've done is I've actually chosen this scarf to go with it. I've intentionally chosen something that, although it's got similar color theory, they're not really similar scarves at all. This one is, you know, very muted. This one's quite sparkly. I mean, they really don't really have much in common aside from they can both be described as blue. But if this beautiful cotton scarf is just folded just roughly and placed just underneath here, a little bit like a sash, but I don't want it to be all folded up. I've got it fairly equally crossing over the front like that. I'm just going to tie it off at the back, and that's all I'm going to do with this scarf in today's look. Then with the longer part of my scarf, I'm just going to fold it so it's nice and neat. Where are we? Just going to bring it up. I'm going to just repeat the pattern that I've just laid down. The one good thing that these two have in common is the fact that they're not bright. They both have, you know, sort of powdery kind of finishes to them. And both of them have sort of these contrasting little moments. This one has purple through it, this one has pink through it, but overall they have that in common, and it's enough. I'm going to do the same thing with the small one, bringing it up, tucking it under. This is now going to come around the back and meet up with my 2 tails. I'm going to braid them off. And my idea was to pin them up or secure them somehow up, but it might just have to be through the back more. Just push that little braid in so that it's all poking out, and there we go. You can of course leave that down as well, which is very much an option too, but to secure it, probably just use these little strands and tie them off. Also super cute. This is for you ladies who like to wear a very voluminous tichel. So lovely. Feels really, really snug and secure on. Not too heavy at all, because remember, I've got all that volume holding it up. It's not really my head or my hair doing it. And if you can see that even though they're contrasting, they have that sort of color story in common. And they also have the fact that I've folded them in a very, very matching way in common as well. So if I was to be wearing, say, some denim, or maybe something in a cream, or, you know, maybe something in pink, this could really be a lovely accent for something like that, or even navy. I wouldn't even worry too much about wearing plain things with this, as long as the outfit for me probably wouldn't have too much pattern. Maybe some sort of a drawing or whatnot, but not necessarily a pattern like this. And it would work. I just love how it adds dimension, whereas if I had just this plain one down on its own, although it's, like I said, plenty, it's just giving this look definitely options. And also you wouldn't get this beautiful braid finish or this layered look with just one scarf. I'll show you from the back. Okay, this one is going to be very loud in terms of volume. But this beautiful thin viscose scarf, very, very unevenly laid down, brought up from the back, and just wrapping it around. I'm just going to tie the short one around the long one, creating a knot like that. Okay, just to hold it on, not too tight, just creating that pattern through the front. I like it to be a little bit more centered usually for these layered looks. And I've still got this beautiful tail remaining. So for this one, I've chosen this amazing scarf, this beautiful number. Really, really fun to wear with clothing, not just as a hair scarf. Look at that, gorgeous. So beautiful. The reason I chose these two as a combination is because this beautiful scarf I thought very appropriate for the season change. We're going into autumn here in Australia, rest of the world into spring, and just sort of got those lovely olive and burgundy tones, a little bit of mustard throughout. Just really, really perfect for the season. This one also, it's got these beautiful notes of mustard throughout, and the burnt orange as well. So I just thought, again, same as the other scarf, it's got a similar color story. Very different style scarves, extremely different fabrics. This one's Hermes, this one's, you know, really, really cute, just summery kind of thin throw, but they're going to work together. And I'll show you how. So I've just folded it in half, very, very simple. And I'm going to use the open side and put it down over the cowl crown. I'm just going to make sure that I've got it sitting right on top of that knot we made. I'm going to bring it up and around and then tie it in the exact same place. Just nice and neat and tight. Just flattening it out. Oh, this is going to look like a shower cap. It's a nice little even tie at the back there, right where this knot is. Then with that first bit, I'm just going to fold it over so that you can't see all the tags in that. I'm just going to cover up the front so just it's a little bit neater. Just folding it as I need when I come around. I'm just going to tuck it into that same knot. I'm going to leave these tails out. How dazzling does that work? Look at this. So you've got a beautiful bright white front. You can bring this crisscross as far forward or as far back as you like. I'm going to make sure that it's just tucked under this bit of, there we go. How is that? Again, I warned you, there's a lot of volume today. You could make this part as tiny or as massive as you like. Obviously this will become narrower if it needs to be, all the good things. But see how I've just got this bit of feather poking out. It's got the burgundy. It's got the little bit of yellow, which is relating as well. And then you've got the general sort of, you know, autumny or spring, whatever you relate to, more tones coming out from both. So even though this is a sheer and pretty kind of, you know, evening wear sort of scarf, and this is a very daytime, fun sort of summery vibes, see how just the color story and the fact that you've got this flowy feather here, you've got these flowy, fun streamer lines there, it just makes it all come together so beautifully. And basically, as long as your outfit, or your scarves in this case, are telling the same kind of story, you know, they're giving the same sort of overall look when they combine together, that's all you really want. Just love it. Show you from the back. Hopefully it looks as nice as it feels. Okay, so the last two have been all about color stories and about, you know, matching flow and things like that. This time around, I want to look at something very different. I've got a very loud, very sort of, you can see what it is. It's a two-tone scarf. It's all about the pattern. It's a hugely loud pattern. I'm just going to flip it just slightly under here to get a nice flat edge, but otherwise I've got it completely unfolded over my poof, more or less evenly down. I'm going to bring it down from the bottom. Flatten it out across this side. Not doing it up yet, but just bringing it back. I'm going to introduce this beautiful scarf. It's a gorgeous silky print of a rose, I guess, or some sort of a flower. It's absolutely stunning in that it's got all the different shades going from purple to really bright orangey pink. I'm just going to find the two edges because it is a square scarf, like that, turning it into a triangle. Then from the top of the triangle, so the wide edge, I'm going to take the skinny edge here and kind of bring them up together. So it looks a bit like that. And then over again. So it looks like that. And here you got a beautiful flat sash. Okay, so remember that's just was folded over. I want to do something similar to before. Oops, it's going to come undone. It's okay. I'm going to just put it down and tie it up. It's okay. Flatten that out again. Tie that up. Because we folded it the way we did, we've got a really nice sort of long piece of fabric to work with. So make sure it's nice and tight. And there's a lot of options of what you can do from this point. Twist it over, and bring it up. There should be a little cavity here to hide it in, a little pocket. Yes, that's perfect. Make sure the tags are hidden. Try that again. You do a bit of a twist when you twist. So you twist the individual scarf as well as twisting them over each other, get more of a pleated kind of look rather than just a twist. Tucking it all away. Look at this amazement. So we've got two completely contrasting, they've got nothing in common patterns. You've got two very different scarves. They're made of completely different fabrics, colors. No color story at all to speak of here. They're completely and utterly different. My mum's got this thing where she says if you can't match contrast, I feel like this is what we're doing here. We've got these two incredibly different things coming together to actually complement each other perfectly. A bit of a yin-yang situation. So the brightness and the vibrancy of the beautiful pink scarf and the fact that you've got this beautiful flowy kind of pattern there. It's no standout picture or anything like that. It's just this, especially once it's folded, just a bunch of pinks. That's all you've got from this gorgeous silky vibrant scarf. And also because it's silky, it's got this brightness to it, this certain sheen to the scarf. It's from the polyester. Whereas this one, this bottom one, is made from a beautiful viscose fabric. It kind of screams almost like a linen-y kind of texture. And you've got these absolutely black and white, couldn't be more original color story there. Again, very bright, very bold patterns. and they just work with one another because they can't work against each other, right? So they're just so different that they're actually a really great pair. What do you think? I've just got this little tag sticking out and it's bothering me, but other than, you know, retwisting this little bit to fix it up, I think this is an absolute awesome statement. And what's fantastic about this is you could wear just about anything with it, and it would just make that statement over and over and over again. Beautiful. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope that it was entertaining and you might try some of these styles and looks and tips. If you haven't checked out Instagram yet, please go ahead and see what's going on there. Lots of life updates. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button and have this little family grow. Wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having an amazing time. I hope you're staying safe and happy and healthy, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!